Yes, yes, peace, peace, peace. Good evening from the Tiny 23 experience. I hope all is well this evening. And thank you for your time. Tonight's topic says, what kind of woman are you? And this is from the Elevate Woman TV series. While I'm doing this, I will have the camera like this. Thank you. Let us have our Yes, here we are. Let's have a little background music here. You know, what we do, rocking this music. As we get ready for this quite festive and positive word that we have on this Sunday evening. Well, I'm actually coming to you tonight as Minister. You're okay. So most ministers have a teacher, and that would be none other than the text of grace. And we also have the wisdom of offset. And I personally believe ancestors and in offset. And then we have the next level, which is Ruby. As the camera is counting down, or the live is counting down, or counting up, as I mentioned Ruby's name, 444. So spirit and everything is in alignment. This is how we know. This is how I know in my particular program when it's time to roll. You understand? And so, yes, that was so great and so divine as I mentioned and gave homage to my mother, who is a beloved ancestor. Her number has been 444. And when I mentioned her name, I was directed to look at the clock. And, this is a recording. So I mentioned her name at exactly 444, unplanned. So this is my way to gather the positive spirit of the eternal living source. Let's just say that. Because everything has a source. And that's a wonderful concentration piece. But today, my particular topic says, what kind of woman are you? And that has been on my to-do list for a moment. And guess what? Today is the day. It's so wonderful. But an easy task it is not. So as my thoughts came to me and as I received downloads about my purpose, which is to help myself and then pass the information on to others, and that is just to be a vessel, not I'll just leave it like that. The vessel of the power that heals and transforms. And what an honor that is. But it's a lot of work, a lot of requirements. I have a lot to do, to spend a lot of time alone. But it is all for the betterment, and self-development is the looming topic that we need to visit every day. Come on, say it. Every day, all day. Yeah? And so, shouts out to all the women out there. This one is for us. And it is not just words. I have a whole entire program that will lead us to success, going into harmony and peace as sisters in this land. Now, many may think that it is not necessary to have a program that we can follow directly that will improve our condition as women. Okay? Because while we are preaching unity and love and peace, where we can get our family units and apply what we have learned to our family. But, hey, let's just face it, not being judgmental, but we know that there's a lot of work to be done to restore. We need to be restored. That's it. And AKA healed. And my instruction is, I have to use the book of healing, because there is no other book of healing that comes from the goddess herself. So we have that. And I've been spending my time, of course, working on it. And many times I want to share it. I want to share it to the world. But it's an unfinished work, and it's a work in progress because it is nowhere near done. I mean, after all, it's a Bible, you know? They don't get written overnight. You know, the Bible of Serket. It's beautiful. It is the total and complete guide to healing. Everything you need as healers or to be healed. And then once you become healed, you are now a healer. You understand? And so we have to begin to look at ourselves in that manner. Healers, and hospitals call them patients, but we're going to say let us meditate on that. What would we call ourselves? You know, dim lights. This is the dim light department. Because when you need healing, your light, it shines, but it's dim because it's not 100. Perhaps some days it is, and some days it's not. That can also happen. But it is okay. It is okay. But women, we have a big chore to get done. We have a lot of work. We cannot be playing around, letting days and weeks, months, years pass us by in this same condition. Do we understand as women that there is a condition that needs to be worked on amongst ourselves? Is it not evident? Okay. So that is what we are going to continue to work on. So let's get started. We have a lot to cover. Women of today, understand you are not bound by a single role or identity. Not bound. I encourage you to go and make some comments in the chat, and feel free to read the bottom ticker of the screen. If you have anything you want to say on live, you can call that number. And you'll get to me and you'll be live on air. Yes. Okay. Perfect. Working order. So if you got something to say, you can call 410-575-4432, be live on the air, and talk your talk. And then we shall respond. Bring your good vibes, though, because good vibes change the world. Bad vibes change it in a way, but good vibes are way more powerful. Good vibes. Woman of today, you are not bound by a single role or identity, which is mother, friend, girlfriend, wife, executive, healer, whatever you may be. You are not even bound by that identity or role either. And guess what? That goes for all of us. So we should have in our culture, especially, a love and connection on sight. No looking up and down, tooting lips, flicking hair, all these different things. And there's another type that will be friends with you, and you might make a change in your life and whatnot, and then you go, of course, and you share it with others. Oh, but your good friend, she stopped talking to you because you changed your perspective. That type of thing, my ladies. And so, as mature adults, we like to think that we are these identities, but then there's a problem because we don't live it first. Yes, when we consider ourselves as a role or identity, that means that's how you're living. And so that would be a contradiction if you're not. For instance, let's just cut to the chase. Some of you spiritual teachers out there and leaders, we want to single you out. That particular role or identity has a heavy, heavy influence on the people that put their trust and faith. And how dare we say one thing and do another amongst each other as women. If I consider myself wise, divine, and educated in the scriptures of the world and whatnot, why would I feel I have to be separate from another woman who does not think like me? That's a sign of weakness. Just like being around a cheesecake and you can't have any. Yes, let me clear my throat. These things, my women, my lovely women, my women who are literally holding this thing down, we too need elevate. And it's time. This is Elevate Woman TV tonight. You are a creator, a nurturer, a warrior, a healer, and a visionary. Within you lies the power to transform your life and the world around you. He first said, transform your life. And I have always come out as Tanya 23, the self-development situation. If you've ever visited my website, and I encourage you to join, please get over to www.tanya23.com and sign up on the newsletter. Then you will sign up for the actual website if you click the X on that and scroll down. You know, we have a social media site called Chatterbox that we would love to have our 24th member over there. And yes, we are progressing step by step, little by little. Some days high, some days in the middle, because we try not to be low. We are at a point in our maturity where we recognize what low is as, like, you know, dealing with lower vibrational energies. We recognize that we have to deal with that. And it's okay. For thy love can shield Always, my dear sister, I want to show you some love by literally setting out our plan for unity in this yes, it's being recorded, so you could always use it and go back and listen, share it with other women, right? Because we said within you lies the power to transform your life and the world around you. We have many, many wonderful testimonies about women transforming themselves, and usually within loving themselves, they have no problem loving other women, you know, on a level to where you can agree to disagree and there still be love. In our ancient language and culture, there was a word called isfet. You can associate that word with sin, and it is whatever chaos that disturbs harmony, right? Isfet, evil, wickedness, you know. You know how earthlings go. You know how they do. I'm going to say they because I've worked on myself for so many years. I don't have that problem. I love others as I love myself, but I always have extra for myself. You must too. Self-preservation is the first law, so they say. I say the first law is do not harm thine self. To thine own self be true, right? Ladies, embrace your wisdom, for it is your guide. Embrace your strength, for it is your anchor. Embrace your vulnerability. That's right. We all have a story, but a story indicates a past. And the past indicates it's behind you. And so therefore your story is valuable as wisdom. You know, it becomes a tool that you can use to help someone else. Now listen, I just must say this because healing is very personal. And one can heal under any condition, right? We're talking about our soul healing, our personality healing, how we treat others healing, how we deal with our karma that is your birthright. You know, some people have good karma. Some people have to come here and work very hard in this life to be great. And I was one of them. And I don't regret a thing. And I don't want you to either. I'm trying to get to places and spaces and get some speaking engagements. But I want to go through the religious houses, but I am not coming in the face of religion. I'm coming in the face of self-development and healing within what you went through, what you're gonna go through, huh? Yes. You don't have to hate your sister. You don't have to cross your sister. Because when you cross your sister, you have crossed yourself. Some of us have to learn that the hard way, but it is learned forever and ever and ever. And I want to share with you, you must love your sister. You must get rid of all isfet. You must forgive. Most of the time, no one's even done anything to you. But it is your personal experiences that lead you to treat others in a way. And today, my sisters, we are killing that noise. Embrace your wisdom, for it is your guide. You know, they say, for instance, people love to use the popular Psalm verse, I believe it's Psalm 91, and it says that, like, there's no weapon formed against us that can prosper. Well, that's standing on shaky ground. Maybe personally you can implement that mantra, but it needs to be implemented on a whole. It needs to be implemented across the board. Just like we were the president and we went and did an executive order. That's how fast this needs to come together, my ladies, my beautiful lady friends. I would like to consider, but I know the friendship list is low. Oh, Kendrick Lamar, bless that young man, because that one song that he did on there was wonderful, and I can't play it because I might get a copyright strike, but he talks about having friends, but it's getting lower, but it ain't enough. Here you go. Oh, I wish I had my sound effect. It ain't enough. Got a couple females that's down with a sister, but it ain't enough. You heard me, ladies? How we doing out there? Y'all all right? Got a couple sisters that might be down, but that's not enough. When it's time to get down, a couple come around, but that ain't enough. Embrace your strength, for it is your anchor. Your strength. Your strength is your personal thing, not to project on to your sisters. It's like, understand each other. Some of us are powerful. That's how we talk. That's how we walk. That's how we eat. That's how we drink. That's how we do everything with power. And if you love me, you accept it, and I accept you. And I don't use my power to walk all over you. And because you can't walk all over me, you don't give me your ass to kiss. Unity, love, light, and good vibes can change the world. We're not even going to get in. Well, we're going to touch on that little support part right there. Supporting one another's endeavors on a large basis. I was looking at my YouTube channel analytics, and on my analytics channel, it said, on one of the channels, it said that men are my greatest listeners. And the female part was not enough. It was very low. And I said, wow, this is available to the planet. And yet, the females of the planet is low on the list of a female's channel. Now, I have a lot of lives. I have a crazy lot of videos and whatnot. They all have purposes. And I'm never attacking anyone, naming names, doing all this other craziness that needs to leave the culture. People, they're still egging it on and getting paid. That's not how we love each other. We have to embrace our vulnerabilities and show love to one another. Love is not weak. Love is not, you can do whatever you want to do to me. No, it is not. For it is your truth. Know that the divine scorpion, and I say that because everyone has to deal with the scorpion. It's embedded into our matrix, if you haven't figured that out. The constellation with Orion, that's a big giant scorpion. If you download the apps and that you can use to view the sky and identify the planets and stars and whatnot, you would see that, right? embrace it. Like, there's a lot of women that spend their time with the gossipy thing. They're all into their looks and they're into men and getting their money. That is their conversation. A couple are into their creativity. Of course, not everyone has gone awry or astray, we'd like to think, but bring it back in. Bring it back in. Come on, sis. It's okay. It's okay. I don't remember a thing. Embrace your vulnerability, for it is your strength. Know that the divine scorpion protects your heart from harm and empowers your spirit to rise like the phoenix above any challenge. Let your light shine unapologetically. That is not hurting your sisters. She should accept you. But you should also know how to be. Not all of your actions are acceptable, and they won't be. Order in the court. Let us just say that. Our female communities, I would love for you to check yourselves, because a lot need correction. It's a lot going on unnecessarily. We need to focus on our livelihoods, not the men. Order in the court. I'll say it again. We need to focus on what we have going on, our livelihood. We don't need to be focusing on men. Now, disclaimer. Wives, we're not talking to you. You have to focus on your husband. We're talking to the single ladies or the ladies that have significant others, right? But we're in a time right now, so I'm going to go ahead and repeat that. We need to be focusing on what we have going on, right? There's a program for the men. Oh, don't you worry. It's coming up right after this. They're not getting away with a gosh darn thing. But first things first. We're dealing with us. As I sit back in my executive chair and cross my darn legs. And I don't really want you, don't focus on religion right now, even if you're religious. Because 10 times out of 10, right, you know your imperfections or whatever. We're not just going to keep massaging them like that. You need to take some time and work on yourself. Yourself. We're just going to get that out of the way. Why? Because the flocks are being ruined. Because that energy is being projected on them. No, you're not saying it, but it is. It's coming through you. You the vessel, right? Talking about love, peace, this, that, and the other. But you got other women you don't deal with. Well, Lord have mercy. Like the older women say, well, Lord have mercy. That's a thing. It's a thing. It's a thing. It's a thing. It's a manifestation. It's a thing. It's a actual physical thing that we come to cast down to the pits of the never ending. Because I want to see the women free. Y'all worry about Sarah. Y'all worry about Jane. Y'all worry about whatever name. Huh? Y'all fool yourself like you're not worry. Not true. So, walk in your purpose. What is your purpose? If you don't know, there's others that can help you. I'm one of them. I've always helped women with their purpose. Those that know me are a witness. If they would shame their devil and speak the truth, I have not been, well, I've been corrective a couple times, but yeah, I love my women and I usually get along with everyone if I'm respected and treated properly. There was some reason that my light used to be so bright, people would bother and pick with me, and then I have to physically, handle my business. But after that, some time would go by or whatever, and we could reconcile. My mother, blessed be the goddess Ruby. You need to go on Amazon and get her book, by the way, The Goddess of Seven Secrets. Yes, great women do great things. And when you come here on this planet and you're a great person, you might get a book written about you. Wouldn't that be lovely? Something forever and ever and ever and ever and ever, like the pyramids. Yes, that's how I respected my mother, how I respect her currently. She never go hungry nor thirst, just like in real life. Yes, the goddess is so very good. Women, the world needs your brilliance. And it needs your voice. Call in. What's going on? It's telling me to do a software update. Well, we'll do call in at the end. Let's go. Yes. So, again, we need your brilliance, the world, right? You have yourself, your family, your community, outside of that, and whatever other groups you belong to, that you have a responsibility. And a lot of the women are just working and taking care of their families. So we're talking to you too, sister. Walk in your purpose. That's another show for another time, but you're more than their job. And we're going to get to that. That's going to be another episode of Elevate Woman TV. We must come together and build our empires. I've been doing it slowly myself, but I know I needed my team. Who's going to be on my team? Team Tanya 23 experience. What an experience that will be in your life. Because when I'm good, everybody is good on the team. Teamwork makes the dream work. That's what they say. Literally, I need a team. I'm trying to recruit some ladies. We don't discriminate. Young ladies, old ladies, but ladies that have purpose, ladies that are wise, ladies that are strong, because you have to be a guide. We need to come together and go get the young ladies and teach them. But we need to form a group first. You understand? keep on trying to form a group with some of you. You don't have to live in this state because we could do a lot of things digitally, but we will, in the community, have to go out. But we need to connect, network, and everyone get on board. Must I? Because I will go alone. Well, you know that story. That's what you're clinging to. Well, the goddess's story is the same. You understand? But no, she was never rejected by her own, always highly respected. Because she held the keys to life and death, and who wants to disrespect that person? So the story really isn't the same, not about the lowly thing, no. We've always been wonderful royalty. And as we walked upright in stature and in mentality, we didn't have that problem. So we expel all that. That lowly story is not ours. Well, let me just say it's not mine. You see, I've always been a dainty girl that needed what she wanted. And as a young lady, I would get it. It's just like, I don't know, I would take what I thought was mine back then. Oh, yeah. You know? Don't leave your wallet around me, ask Puff Daddy. Oh, yes. Lots of women can relate. But like they said, you can't hold your past against you. Those days have come and gone. And oh yeah, forgive me. We must stop, because in the beginning, you have to give honor to the ancestors, the women, the great women in our lives that have come and that have gone in transition and who now wait at the gates for us. In the duat, we call it. Yes, what a wonderful thing. Shouts out and honor to all our ancestor women, great women in our lives, great women in our lives. Some of them are young and some of them are old, but we give honor and grace and homage to you all. You are a vessel of infinite potential. Live such and claim your divine inheritance. Now, claim it. Is it some going somewhere, filling out an application and waiting for an approval? No, my dear. It is simply you standing there, looking yourself in the mirror, look yourself in the eye, and you say, I claim my divine inheritance this day, forevermore. Acknowledge shared struggles. Talk to one another. Don't be afraid. There's neighbors who could come and go every day, their mothers. I see them struggle. I hear the arguments. I reach out. Hello, hi, how you doing? Welcome to the neighborhood. Nothing. An attitude. One lady, her head in the air. This wasn't a sister. This was just a woman. But it happens with sisters too. I have another story. Okay, so that was that lady. And she toots her freaking nose up at me all the time. But I see her going through pure D hell. She's actually in the methadone program. And, I see her going through them changes going on. But she has no idea about the time the 23 experience. How I could stand across the street and read her whole entire life because of my experience. No, I didn't have that particular substance abuse, problem, but I had loved ones who did, So I knew all about it, all about that whole entire scene, the details of how the people, go through things. And so as she tooted her nose up at me, of course my soul was vexed. But I quickly came back to maturity and I said to myself, Goddess, you're a goddess. Mere mortals cannot affect you because at this time she is like a daughter to your maturity. So you have to be a bigger person. And speak. And if you don't get spoken to, you're allowed to leave it alone from there. Some women just have to learn on their own. I've also seen where women don't want to talk to me and whatnot, and they get their asses busted in the house, and you see the cops in the cars and all of that. Their man is beating on them. But you rolling your eyes and all of that stuff at me. It's fat. We're getting rid of that. Women, don't work like that. Don't be like that. If that's in you, you need to expel it right now. Expel it in the name of the goddess Serket. She'll take care of that for you. Expel that. You're going through things with your man and whatnot. You treat your other women around you like shit. People you don't know really get it. Because the guy is a jerk. Now you want to fight every woman on the block. Type of thing. Because he's not working out. Well, ladies, that's not going to cut it. You cannot progress spiritually with that within. You're going to have to expel it. And you might as well do it now. And I just decided to keep my camera off. But I just wanted to make an appearance because I don't have any. Let me get that. I don't have any hang-ups. I don't have any hang-ups at the age that I am, a crone mother, a crone grandmother. I don't have the hang-ups, and I don't let anybody hang me up. You understand? I don't have the fucking hang-ups. I don't have to look at you, roll my eyes to my head, and blah blah blah, and this and that. Because I'm the shit, and I know it. And that's what you need to know, so that you don't have to treat other women like shit. I get turned up when the camera's on. So that's why I had the camera off, so that I can continue to balance my energy. So I'll see you guys at the end. Acknowledge the shared struggles. We've all gone through a whole heap of shit. And the ancestor before us and the ancestors before us. But we're not going to make everybody pay for it. That shit is a rappo. So Ket reminds us that every woman carries her burdens. Instead of judging or envying one another, we want to extend compassion. That is a direct law. That is a direct thing that you should apply ASAP. Recognize another woman's burdens. Get your frequency up so you can recognize it. Don't stop living in your lower self. Always listening to sexualized music and shaking your behind and getting your tattoos and getting your butt and everything else, everything did. as you get flued out or you flew yourself somewhere, if your attitude is like, I'm the shit no one else is, that's order in the court. That's not going to cut it, darling. Accept her, love her, because she is she. Okay? When you recognize that the pain behind another's actions mirrors your own, you will stop feeling connected. Oh, no. You will naturally feel connected. Yeah. Let's read that again. When you recognize that the pain behind another's actions mirrors your own, you will naturally feel connected to it. Here's something we can do. Reflect daily. What pain am I carrying? And how can I help another woman lighten hers? But let's correct that. What pain am I carrying? And how can I expel it? Which is simply using words of power like, I, Tanya 23, expel whatever. I, Tanya 23, expel evil eyes looking at me. Back at you. With love. That doesn't mean I love. That is what I'm supposed to be doing. Right? With love. You can protect yourself and tell others that's what you're doing. With love. We need to treat each other with love. Be informative. The more informative, like use your vocabulary to build what you really, really want to and need, most times the understanding just appears. What pain are you carrying? How can you expel it? Then how can you help another woman lighten hers? And thus, if it spreads like germs, we'll be together in no time, ladies. Ladies, those of you that own businesses and you're not supporting one another, that's crazy. How can somebody support you? You haven't supported them. But someone has to support something first. So it depends on your line of business. If I could use it, fine, but I could always donate to your cause or whatever. If I don't, particularly have a use for your product, I could still share your Facebook things or, tell you how great you are, participate in what you're saying and whatnot, and just sending good vibes to one another. That's a problem if you can't do that. If you have to run from another female instead of saying what your freaking problem is with her, no, you rather ghost her. Don't call, don't say anything. Y'all was super in love, doing your businesses together and whatnot, and then you just shut shit down for no reason. What's going on with you ladies? Why do you make such rash and chaotic decisions that have to do with your other female counterparts? We expel jealousy and envy. Again, we expel jealousy and envy. We expel jealousy and envy. Because what we're going to do is ask ourselves, what pain are we carrying? How can we expel it? And how we can help another woman lighten hers. Speak life into each other. Words carry power. Choose to uplift, not tear down. I'm still working on that. Let's be truthful. Because I've been doing this a lot of years, preaching to women about who they are, especially my people, the women of my culture. I've always told you how wonderful you are. Heck, I've even said the black woman is God. We were rolling with that for a minute until we weren't anymore. The ratchetness, we expel all ratchetness from our women. Come back into the fold. Let's do etiquette classes. Let's talk to one another and ration out your thinking, because it really is your thinking that changes your body movements. Right? When you feel tempted to criticize, pause. Yeah. And replace those words with encouragement. Here goes a mantra. Practice this. And it's always leading with the goddess, because she is the one that has access to the prime power, the source that we tap into to get our shit together. Unconditional love must be the forefront. Don't judge. Don't judge. We're here to talk about how we treat each other like crap as women. I should have wrote, what kind of friend are you as a woman? What kind of woman friend are you? The kind that only calls on special days just to say you're a friend? Are you the kind that never includes your friends in anything? Can you have a long distance friendship? What kind of friend woman are you? Serket, guide my words to be a balm for my sisters' wounds. Guide me to be a balm for my sisters' wounds, not a sting to their spirit. Rebuild, let's rebuild sisterhood. Come all who need to. Rebuild and renew. It's okay. It's okay. It is okay to have not, and come back into the fold and be accepted. It's okay. Yeah, I know. You a bad bee, right? Boss. Yeah. Uh-huh. Let's see how you can boss up and rebuild the sisterhood. Nowadays, it's really monetary. Females, they want friends that splurge their money and waste their money eating sea roaches, sea monsters, crabs, and freaking lobsters and shrimps, and that's their idea of living it up and whatnot. We expel all signs of wickedness. You must clean up. How can you call yourself great and you're eating the dregs of the ocean? If you think about it, it's quite comical. They eat the trash, and even nowadays in 2024, to eat what eats off of the sea floor? No, thank you. And my physical body has improved ever since I let it go. This is actually my second summer of no crustacean, no crabs, no none of that. And I'm in the homeland of crabs. I'm in Maryland. No crabs. Now, crab cakes? No crab cakes. Damn. That hit hard. But I could have haddock cakes.
I had a haddock fillet that was stuffed with some kind of little breading or whatever. Superb. I haven't missed a crustacean in a while. I haven't had shrimp in over a year. That used to be one of my favorite. My favorite. And I love lobster. But I'm good. We need to come together and have women's circles together, like in our homes, or if you have a space. Some of you have community rooms where you live and whatnot. Definitely utilize them just to get to know other women in the area. We must connect. We must. Honest conversations can take place at the women's circle, do a little spiritual setup, have your little candles and maybe even do a little drumming. I like to do that. I like to use the elements earth, fire, wind, and water and spirit to help my healing. It just works fast, it's great. It's everything. Support into myself. These gatherings are opportunities to heal rifts, celebrate successes, and share wisdom. Bring out business cards, tell what y'all doing, see your skills, what can you do? You're a good cook, you're a good sewer, you're a good this, you get to teach how it's okay. Crochet, you get the teenage girls, instead of having them walking up and down the block, going to candy store, buying all that stupid stuff, walking in, whatever they do, because the Boys and Girls Clubs ain't open no more. We have to find spaces where we can house these children so we can work on them. Honest conversations. Gatherings, get your little food. We can do this. People always come when they say there's food. Begin every meeting with a unifying chant. Together we rise, by Serpent's grace, hand in hand, heart to heart, healing the space. Teach by example for the children. Children absorb what they see. Let them witness women supporting one another with kindness and cooperation. Yes, the children be out there while the mamas be fighting, y'all. Rastafari. Yeah, y'all see it so many times. Matter of fact, me and my mother used to fight together. God rest her soul. But we wasn't bullying and picking on people. It was totally self-defense. And we were good. Those are exceptions. Sometimes we have to fight for our children as mothers. Yeah. Don't you go messing with nobody's babies. Because then we can't save you, lady. Children absorb what they see. Let them witness you supporting one another with love and cooperation. Engage in shared projects like community gardens, workshops, mentorship programs, where the next generation can learn to value the power of unity firsthand. Doesn't have to be a church. Just a regular gathering they need to see, unorganized, like, the gathering of us for our own self. Not just the barbecue, although they work as well. Food always works. I love a charcoal piece of chicken with the sauce on it. Engage in kindness. If you have a friend, even if you just met her, you have their number, hit her up. See how she's doing. Check in. Yeah, y'all really let life distract you and we don't check in. We must check in. So we're expelling Isfet and we're checking in now. It's the new day. Together we rise, hand in hand, heart to heart, healing your space, which is your heart. When we come together in a circle, it's the space. a few steps to stop the cycle, because see, it is a cycle, and what we have to do is disrupt the cycle, right? It's energetic, it's flowing, but we have to disrupt it and move that energy where we need it to go. Disrupt it. We disrupt this unity within us right now. I don't care about your religion. I care about you. What's going on with you? Break free from gossip. Some of you, when you talk, that's all you talk about. It's okay if you're doing a catch up, like a reminiscent thing or whatever, but keep it positive. Do not run people bad news. It's not good. It builds karma. And if people know you told their news, they begin to form this thing against you. So it's not good. Don't carry gossip. Young ladies, don't carry gossip. Leave that stuff alone. You need to think about your liberation. You need to think about creating something from your skills. What are your skills? What you're good at? What can you do? If you're good at talking, how about you start reporting some news? What's going on good in the community? Interesting. Break free from gossip. Gossip is one of the sharpest poisons. Make a vow to eliminate it. If you hear someone speaking negativity about another, gently steer the conversation toward positivity. They'll get it. It's super effective. And your reflection is, would I say this if she were here? This is what you need to ask yourself. Now, if your sister says, would you say that to her face? Don't get mad at her and curse her out. That's what she's supposed to do, because she cares about you. You know, if you say this about the person if you were here, if not, then don't say it at all. That should be your motto. You can't say it to their face, don't say it at all. And that covers that. Is expelled. It's a wrap. Been there, done that. Yes, I've been guilty of gossip, but I'm sure they gossiped about me as well. It's a cycle that needs to be, that has been broken tonight. And from this day on, if you follow the instruction, you won't have to worry about it, because you'll be asking yourself, would I do this and say it to her face? If not, don't do it. That is our covenant right now. As women, we need to elevate. That just elevated us, because we just shut that craziness down. I'm super happy. I'm super freaking happy. I'm super freaking happy. It's a wrap. Next. Celebrate one another's success as though if it were your own. What them say? Hallelujah. Come on now. That's a big one for me. I have that really like right there in my heart. But I had to harden it. I had to harden it about that, because it's very hurtful when your so-called girls don't, buy or use your products. Let's just say that. Just say that. You know what I'm saying? But if they don't, they can at least support the cause, but they don't. Order in the court, that's going to be another expel. You need to expel that shit. Very hurtful, but I'm sure you all know that. That is the intention, to be very hurtful with a lot of you, not all of you. But as you live and you grow. And what happens when you decide to step up and jump off the porch and do a little something, and you need support. Well, that's when that spirit of what you did to somebody else comes into play, and you wonder why you experience very unfortunate things. And a lot of time it has to do with the energy that you already put out. You're just receiving it back a couple fold. Because there's a lot of people out here, the spiritual practitioners, that they do regular reversals of energy anyways, off the top. So you want to eliminate yourself from that. Support your girls if they're your girls. Hey, I would support somebody if I didn't want to use it. I give it to somebody else. I've done that. But the thing is to support, you know? Competition. Oh, you doing that? You selling candles? You selling soap? You doing this? You making this? You got your body butter? You doing this? Oh, okay. And I never hear from you. The fuck? Wow. But you my friend. Like, I don't get that. That has to change. Because that's some fuck shit. If no other female ever told you. Because I'm sure you treat others like that. I would never like to think that it's just me, because it's not anything you take personal. We're talking about elevating as women. And if we don't point out the isfet, it remains. Here's an affirmation for us to use. Her light does not diminish mine. Together we create a greater brilliance. Her light does not diminish mine. Together, we create a brilliance, a greater brilliance. Because I have always had great dislike for those that treated me with disdain, that like they didn't like me. Well, you don't want to play that game with me, because it's very hurtful. And I've been there and done that. So I have a very ironclad heart when it comes to that. And then I can change it. Because some people gotta learn the hard way. And it's still through love. But somebody gotta bring things to your attention. And it's those that are willing to risk how you feel about them to bring you to elevation. That is the purpose of a lot of people on the planet. They are here to experience all your bullshit, but you don't get away with anything because you feel it before the end. Advocate for emotional safety in your circles. A lot of us are just so angry. Not saying your anger is justified. Of course. You went through whatever you went through. But emotional safety. And it's just the fact that you're around other women and you need to connect with them on that level. Agree to listen without judgment and support without conditions. If a young woman came up to you and said, you know, can I talk to you about something? Sure. And she revealed to you something very, very personal that she has to deal with, and she's looking for your advice. You give her your advice. But you turn around and get on the phone and call Sal and you tell that girl business. But you're the leader of the pack. That's not gonna work. Make a safe space. Well, make safe space agreements where women feel free to share their struggles. Free. Address mental health openly. Many conflicts stem from unresolved emotional pain. And oh, I'm a witness. When they have wronged you and it festers for years and years and years and years, I wouldn't want to be the one under that evil eye. I'll tell you that much. I would rather apologize, let bygones be bygones, and let the abundance continue. Encourage seeking mental health support or spiritual healing. But I'll tell you one thing. A lot of the mental health, and I'm not talking about those that need meds and everything like that, most of it is spiritual. Definitely get your Reiki session at www.tanya23.com. My sisters, I have a special Reiki session for our sisters. Oh, you come in one way and you leave out a goddess on a throne. Ashe. That's facts. Definitely contact me. It's even worth if you have to travel in. It's even worth it. Make it a weekend. Come every day. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Get your Reiki. Release that energy, because it is definitely what causes sickness in your body. That's a fact. Witness, witness, witness. Healed, healed, healed. I hope forever. Ashe. Collaborate. Well, yeah, it says offer resources without criticism. I would like to have a sister fund. A fund where a sister said, oh, I need so and so. Boom, okay. Boom, she replaces it. Boom. Oh, my light bill. Boom. Gonna getting donations, because I know people in organizations that I need to reach out to. But we're coming together. We're getting this women's circle. And it can't be stopped. We're going to have meditation classes. I have my breathing sessions for you all. Yes, just looking for a good location in Maryland where we can collaborate on issues affecting our community, such as reducing street violence, getting a hold of your children, getting them the help and supervision that they need, improving schools, combating drug abuse, working together on shared goals that fosters connection and purpose. Let us have a purpose together, ladies. I'm looking for a group of 10 of you. Just the first 10 come. We'll have a private meeting and we'll start to implement number 1. You find out what that is. I can't do that public because it is our plan and our program. If they're interested, they'll be the 10. Yeah, that's right, because we're going to advocate safety. We're going to have beautiful energy. This is going to be the energy healing place. You come in all burdened down and all beat up and everything, my lady. But you walk out a goddess on the throne. I promise you, even in my space right now, where I do my current sessions, I am looking for a bigger layout. Like I really need a space right now, a temple. I'm looking for a space in Baltimore, a temple of healing that I can use. Anyone out there, if you know of anything, please go to www.tanya23.com and hit the chat. I will be there. Healing the disconnection of our children, teaching them love and respect, and for their homes, bringing back the laws of the homes. You let your teenage daughter sleep with her boyfriend? He allowed to spend the night. Okay. Let's talk about it. No judgment. Just a couple of options out there. Keeping respect in the home, teaching love to our children. The number one carjackers are 11 through 15 years old. Where are their parents? Why is your child running the streets? Where are you? Show your children through your actions, not just words. That kindness and cooperation. Let them know they got to cooperate, or there's consequences. You don't gotta bust them down yet. You might. I don't know. That's your child. When they're bucking up in your face and challenging you, you flash back to if you would try that with your mama and she slapped your head 3 blocks down. The children could use some of that today. I'm sorry. Because once you show them love, kindness, and cooperations, and let them know that that is sacred, if they break that, they have to have consequences. So we must get those set up and put our heads together and set them up. Nowadays, it's all technology's taken. That drives them nuts. Cooperation should come from there. If they're still bucking up and giving you problems, they need organized counseling. A lot of kids need organized counseling. Me and my kids went to counseling. We went to counseling off and on throughout the years. If I felt that something was going on or whatever, I had the insurance, so I went. Yeah, I learned a lot. I learned that I'm the real damn psychologist for my family, and I took charge, and I learned with questions that the real counselor asked and whatever, and this and that, and I remembered them, and I implemented them, and I downloaded them, and I used them to keep my little people in line. The little ones. They're running shit, you know? And I can't say that's all good. Teach them to respect women and value relationships. Teach them to get married and have a career. Be a title or something first before you just start running around having children and doing that whole process. Is a daily affirmation that you can use for the children. We are protectors of love, builders of peace, and carriers of hope. Encourage positive role models. So we've talked about a lot. We're an hour and 23 minutes in, taking a quick break. And I'm going to leave you with something to check out while I'm gone. Take day 57. I will be back at 9:05 because I have a lot more to cover.
But I'm so frustrated. Hello to my loneliness. I guess that ignorance is bliss. Take me back to before I knew. Rewind, take it out of cue. Innocent motivation. Stay up, I feel so outdated. How can we look the other way? Sun is out, but the sky is gray. What would happen if I took a chance? It's always hard at first glance. I don't wanna, but I know I gotta do it. The truth is hard to swallow, I think I'll chew it. I knew.
Okay, we're back. Thank you for your time. I truly appreciate it. At this point in my life, everything I do, I gotta have some snacks. And I don't hold anything against myself. I just have healthy snacks. Because when you get to this point of elevation, you have to feed your energy, keep it high. You have to eat good foods electric things and whatnot. Uh, Sometimes I have a little chocolate, Yes, and it's coming up to the holidays, so I'm really gonna have to fight. I just went through a birthday. I had a beautiful, lovely, delicious birthday cake. And I was so happy to share it with everyone because I didn't need that many slices. And then we're about to celebrate hubby's birthday in a couple days. And we're gonna have another cake, so it's that time, pies and everything. So I really have to control myself. I wish you all women out there, this time of season is so hard, especially if you're trying to stick to a diet and whatnot. Most people let themselves go through the holiday and then get back on New Year's. I don't suggest that. Don't let yourself go. There's nothing, these holidays are man-made. You're not pleasing God by doing these freaking holidays. If you're doing the research, they don't even exist really. I mean, it's only a thing because they say it is. There's no history behind it. It's all bullshit. So don't do it to yourself, ladies. Continue your regimen. Be proud. It's like, I had a thought the other day. I haven't had a drink in 2 years, and I wasn't a heavy drinker anyway. But I did my little wine thing, had my little custom-made glasses and whatnot. I was dope with it, you know what I'm saying? But I quit and just stopped. I was like, I'm just done. I want to do this, And I was inspired by my mother, her memory, because when she says she's done, she's done. Very ironclad willpower, and so I know I have that in my DNA, and so I activated it. It worked. I don't look back. I have last 4th of July was 1 year no cigarettes again, and I had previously quit for 10 years, started back up, quit again. I'm done. Bullshit. I got beautiful grandbabies and whatnot. I ain't about to be smelling like no darn cigarettes. That's just downright disrespectful. And if you're out there with the smoke around the babies, ooh, goddess don't like that. You better figure that out. No judgment, but definitely figure that out. Make a choice. I hope you make the right one. Introduce your children to inspiring women. I'm going to put out an ad because I want to watch a couple kids. I actually have a period of time to serve. I will let my team know that they should advertise. They should advertise to there you go. They should advertise that for me. Yeah, couple little babies I want. 9 to 5. That's it, Monday through Friday. You heard? We'll put that out there. But I am available for the women and their babies. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. I would be delighted. Somebody needs a sitter. I can even go to your crib. Even though I'd rather do it at my crib, but I could go to your crib. I also teach the children, not just sitting there watching them. They get taught while they're around me. Encourage them to seek friendships with people who uplift them. I'm into keeping the children safe. They don't need to be all up in nobody's face. They need to be fed, clothed, loved, attention, time. And then that don't leave no room to be Yeah, because we didn't play that when I was younger. I didn't. Yeah, we wasn't allowed to be all with strangers and all of that. So we'll leave that there. We're protecting our children today. There's over 180,000 girl children missing just from 2020. And I want to say, no, that's like 2023 statistics. I'll have to do another show, an update on that. Because as of May 31st, 2024, there was like on Memorial Day, there was this huge disappearance of female children. And that video has less than 20 views. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. And the title is saying, "The Missing Children of America, Where Are They?" Why? Well, I think YouTube is probably shadow banning me with that video because it's so telling. I'm going to rerun it too. Because I can do that. I'm going to rerun that. For sure, for the girls, young girls. Yes. I want to share a unity chant with the ladies. This is how it would work. Gather with other women and we say, by Cirquet's wisdom, we mend what is broken. Sisters in light, together we ride. No poison divides us. No shadow takes hold. We are one, in heart, in strength, and soul. Sisterhood. And then we gather a bowl of water that has salt in it. And we each gather our negative energy and we throw it in the water. It's just a motion. Sweep the air. We all sweep it together, throw that in the water. Your hands. Then you take that water and you know what you do with that. Boop, get it out. You expel that. And then all negativity, all strifes, if anyone had any problem with anybody or someone agitated someone's nerves, they could have got on their nerves today or said something or whatever, you know how women is. That's a ritual for us to do consistently when we gather. You know, to just have the water and at the end we come, yeah. And if the rose petals are available, we use those. You know, also we can come together and release the poison of disconnection and call forth unity among us. Great Circuit, I ask that any disconnection that I have with any woman that I may have offended, any woman that is intimidated, scared to talk to me, don't want to reach out, not sure how I react, whatever your need, whatever I can help you with, okay? Please accept my apology, first of all. And second of all, I'm here for you. In closing, when women come together in truth, we can heal entire generations. Now that's power. Because one woman can heal her family, her bloodline, her generation. We have the processes to do that. But come join the group or be part of a group. Let's come together as sisters. You don't have to even have a name of a group. Just meet together consistently in a place. And we take it from there. Because when women come together in truth, we can heal generations, and our generations need healing, and we have to work fast. They're dying. Please participate. pride? What is that? What is pride when it comes to your sister? What is that? Nothing. You are the mothers of peace, the guardians of hope. Please don't keep strife, disfet alive. Forget it today. Reconnect with your sisters. Take this sacred charge with me to mend your sisterhood. For through your unity, the world shall find its healing. If this world doesn't heal, it's our fault, guys. This feminine energy, we don't need permission. We don't need permission from anybody to heal. Healing is your birthright. This is the time of elevation and activation. If we can come together, we can form Voltron, y'all. But y'all gotta be right, y'all. It's that Isfet. It's the sin. It's really just the unbelief in yourself. That's the sin. No one's born in sin and shaped in iniquity. No way. A beautiful baby is a beautiful, pure, brand new baby. Even if it's an old soul, it's pure and brand new, a new life here. It's not for us to judge, but to support, nurture, you know. We would say, I release the poison of disconnection and we call forth unity among us. Take the sacred sisterhood charge, which is through unity, the world shall find its healing. This is real talk, y'all. Real talk. Contact me. I'm Tanya23. www.tanya23.com. If you want to talk, the number is 410-575-4432. I even want to do a hotline for women and literally employ those to answer those calls and route them to maybe other members that can help them, you know, because we'll form a team and each one of us will be the headquarters for a certain thing. I can see it now. It's all laid out. I have it all written out. It's all ready. It's written. So it will come forth. I'm offering it to the sisters, but all are welcome, man. All are welcome. All are welcome, man. All are welcome. It is what it is. If the sisters don't come together, the damn program don't stop. The program got to go on because the children, it's about the children. Yes, I watch all children. All the babies come to the goddess. This program that I have laid out tonight will empower you to rebuild the bonds that have been broken and guide your community towards a brighter, united future. And remember, your sister is only a reflection of yourself. What you don't like in her, you don't like in your damn self, probably. Or you just don't have the patience to work with the sister until she can reach elevation. I pray for your patience. I project your patience tonight. As we end the show, I leave you with the healing Reiki. Heal, 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 my sister. Heal, my sister, with the energy coming from the depths of my hands. Heal, and come. Heal and come. Heal and come. If I've done anything to you, throw that out the window. Okay, I was wrong. Whatever. Whatever it takes. Unity is the goal. It will happen. It will happen. It will happen. All donations to the cause go to $TONYA 1116, or you can donate at www.tanya23.com. All donations go towards empowerment and elevation of women, not just this woman. That's for you haters. You must address, because not everybody's going to come to love, but there is a place and a space for the haters. And we declare that right now, that no hateration is going to come against this situation. And we cover ourselves in the name of the great protectoress goddess, Serket the Great. And we shield our program by saying, by the shield of Serket, I stand untouchable. This program shall go forth. Venom returns to its source. Harm cannot hold. My voice is my strength. My spirit is whole. Hotep, the new Hotep. Makeru. Peace to the family. And I leave you with your Reiki. One more thing, just to promote these products that I create and make their profits also go to the cause of empowering women. Peace and love, peace and love. Welcome to SheaButterMe.com podcast. That's right, this is the podcast where Shea Butter Me has a lot to say as she sells her products, honey. That's right, can't forget to do that. She also has a mega mall on her website, honey. That's right, at www.tanya23.com/mega mall. That's right, she's got electronics, crystals, and she's got every single thing, household items, everything you can think of, because we are a mall. And if there's something that you see, if there's something that you like and you don't see on our website, well, just click that chat button and you will be able to get right to Tanya23.com herself, honey. There's nothing better than that. Yes, she will take your order live right on phone, and you can get online with her and she can share the screen with you, honey, and we can make our transaction. That's right. Shea Butter Me is the new way, okay? Because all those other stores are whack, alright? Give us a try. We drop ship just like the store that starts with an A. That's right, we drop ship our items from our mega mall right to your door, honey. And you can even order your organic products from Shea Butter Me. They get shipped right to your door also. And nothing beats a failure but a try, honey. So we will look forward to seeing you at www.tanya23.com, the home of Shea Butter Me by Tanya 23. Peace. Yes. Thank you. Please run this back for the commercial if you need to get the information. www.tanya23.com. Any woman have any issue that they want to talk about in confidence, and I give you my word in confidence, please call 410-575-4432. I have some wisdom because Tanya 23. Yeah, she got 23 times 23 levels of wisdom and experience. And I have to share it. I have to pour it out. I cannot keep it to myself. Try it, you'll see. There's nothing we can't talk about. Because healing must take place. Healing must take place. I am fastly working, finishing the channeling of the Bible of Serket because it must be written. It must be written. I have one more thing I would like to do. And I have to read this. This goes out as words of healing to the hurt and brokenhearted, to the brave souls who carry the weight of past violations. If you've been violated in any way, this is for you. This is for everyone, not just women. But it does single out women. But I'm saying anyone, because to be violated is wrong. You may feel as though the world has branded you with scars too deep to heal. But I am here to remind you, scars are not symbols of defeat. They are proof of survival. You are still here. You are still standing. Even when you feel you've been knocked down. To every woman who has been violated, abused, or silenced, I see you, I hear you, I witness you, and most importantly, I believe you. The pain you've endured was never your fault. Let me repeat that. It was never your fault. No one had the right to take your power or your dignity. As though it may feel lost, I promise you, it can be reclaimed, restored, healed. It's a matter of a thought, a new perspective. Healing does not happen all at once. It's not linear. Some days it feels as though the pain has diminished. Other days it feels like it's come back. This is not weakness. This is the journey of healing. It's a journey. It's a journey, a process. Do you go through a journey in a microwave? No. It is okay to mourn what was taken from you. And as you mourn, I urge you to rise, piece by piece, step by step. Reclaim the parts of yourself that were stolen. Speak your truth, even if your voice shakes. Speak it to yourself, to the mirror, to the stars. I love speaking my truth to the stars. It's so great. So great for me. Name the pain, and in naming it, take its power away. No one gets to silence you anymore. Especially not no overbearing man. He need to sit his tail down sometimes. Listen. Because most of the time you got to say, if you would have listened to me, that wouldn't happen. Your story, your resilience, and your survival matters. Know this, you're not alone. You may feel isolated in your pain, but you are part of a sisterhood of survivors, a brotherhood of survivors. Even here, even now, even if you're in the prison walls, there is a shared strength that binds us. We are people who have endured what others could not imagine. We are still breathing. This is your proof of strength. That is your proof of worth. It's okay to feel anger. It's okay to feel rage. These feelings are valid and they have their place in your healing. But do not let the anger consume you. Let it fuel your growth, your transformation, and your pursuit of peace. You are not defined by what happened to you. In fact, it is behind you. You are defined by who you choose to become today. Breathe deeply. Exhale. And say these words out loud. Even if you do not believe it, still say them. I am worthy of love. I am worthy of healing. I am worthy of a future filled with hope. Forgive yourself for not what happened, because that is not your burden to carry. Give it back. But for your days, you believed you were not enough. You always have been enough, and you're still enough. And you always will be enough. To the warrior reading this, I hope, I pray for your strength, your healing, and rebirth. A brighter chapter awaits you, one where you walk free, not just from the walls, but from the chains of your pain. From the chains of your pain. You are released from the chains of your pain. My. So many of us out here are in prison. Whoa. Say that again. So many of us, we're free to walk the streets, but we are in prison. But you are free to walk away from your pain. The chains. The power to heal is already within you. It's just a thought away. You are more powerful than you know. So in love and solidarity, peace from Tanya, 23.